There are four. Sa pag-iwan-iwalay. Basta apat. So, one, basta four yan. Wala na lang you have, then you have 1 sensor, next 1 on each. Sabi ko, the fourth layer can be exposed by splitting the tunnels. Split this. Circulator to. So rectangular. Your ulnar nerve, or your ulnar artery, before it will become ulnar artery, it will give off a branch known as the common interosseous artery. What's the purpose of that? You will notice we keep on supplying the forearm muscle. The anterior forearm, it has its own blood supply, right? It has a radial and ulnar artery. But everything is focused on the anterior. But what about the posterior? That's the role of the interosseous artery. Now, coming from the ulnar artery, your ulnar artery will become more deeper to form the common interosseous. Okay? Now, the common interosseous will split. Every time you hear the word common, it will further split. Okay? So, the common, so ulit, brachial artery, and then radial. Radial is more superficial, ulnar is more deeper. Now, on the proximal part of the ulnar, it will give off a branch known as the common interosseous. The common interosseous will split into two. Okay? The anterior and the posterior. Okay? Everything is not supplied by the major arteries. The deeper ones will be supplied by the anterior interosseous. Now, what will happen to the posterior? Have you heard of the interosseous membrane? That membrane will connect the radial and the ulnar bone. Okay? Now, the posterior interosseous artery will pierce the common interosseous membrane, and this is now the artery responsible for supplying blood to the posterior fascial compartment. Can you follow? Okay. So what will happen now to the anterior interosseous artery? It will course on top of the anterior interosseous membrane, and it will terminate under the pronator quadratus muscle. Okay, so tingnan natin yon. Okay. Can you appreciate this artery? This is the anterior interosseous artery. And if you're going to follow this, it will point to the position of the pronator quadratus. Okay? So, galing siya dito sa common interosseous. Okay? Questions? So, as a rule, everything is supplied by median nerve. This is the territory of median nerve, except
FCU.
flexor carpi ulnaris and
Flexor digitorum profundus.
which part of FDP?
Medial.
The medial half, the one that will supply the little finger and the ring finger, letter U. Okay? The lateral half is median nerve. Okay? Clear?
Yes.
Okay. Can you demonstrate this on your respective calendar?